am your God. You will have no other. I am your God. I've chosen you.
Greetings, welcome to episode 61. This is container 23, part 1. I'm not sure what's in here. Looking at the outside, because the containers are clear, it seems like a hodgepodge of things, but we will soon find out. So let's take a look. Just throw the lid to the side. All right, what am I first seeing? And that is individually wrapped systems. Why did I individually wrap systems? I don't know. But as you can see over here, there, I have a stack of individual systems, which I have to test. Maybe these were fully working when I put them in there. It'd be great if they were still working, but the capacitors go bad on them. They leak. And what people charge to put in new capacitors and a new screen and a better sound card and all that is just more money than I want to spend. So hopefully someday someone will say, I love the Sega gamegeargod. I'm going to send him a modded Game Gear system for him to use to test all his games. So we have another system. The barcode on the back, or the identifying code on the back, is different than this. I know they vary. I think someone went through and made a list of certain codes mean certain regions, or where they were made, or when they were made. I don't know. But I remember seeing that list. This is the Sky Blue system with the Sky Blue Ninku cartridge right there. So that would be cool if the system worked. I'm a fan of the different colored systems. I'm a fan of them. I think they're cool. And I would have to look to see if this takes the US adapter or the UK Japanese adapter. I think the UK Japanese adapter has a thicker plug that goes in the top than the US, I think. It's either that way or the reverse, but I know there's a difference. Speaking of, here is a performance brand Sega Game Gear, Sega Genesis adapter. Loose. Just happens to be sitting in there. Here is a Dusty system with the power back rechargeable battery connected. There's no way there's juice in there. No. A little dusty, but yet another system. Probably bought a lot from so many different lots of games and systems that I just amassed an abundance of loose systems. This one is wrapped carefully. Let me just rip it. This is a boxed system, US, the core system. It has the 6 games listed on the back. Non-stop gallery of hit titles. Some of these boxes have 8 games featured. Some boxes like this one only have the 6 featured. I could do like that down here across the back. Some have 8, some have 6. Why is that? I don't know. Then we have a US copy, empty box, random, of Asterix and the Great Rescue. Just the empty box. So I will have to dig into my loose games and instruction manuals and see if I can make this game complete. And then add it to the rest. The last episode 60 was all systems. So if you watch that, you are probably thinking that was the end of that, and you would be incorrect, because we have a pretty beat up box of the Sega Game Gear, recommended for ages 6 and up. Includes Game Gear, the color portable video game system, and an adjustable wrist strap. Need that wrist strap. Don't want your Game Gear flying all over the place. Game cartridge not included. This is an earlier box in the series, an earlier release, which is why it looks different than the core system I just showed you. Something fell. This slides right off for my protection. This is a Japanese Sega Game Gear system. Has a sticker at the back on the side on the tab that I could try to get off, since it doesn't look to be too on there. But that's a Japanese system. Nothing special. Just a plain system from Japan. Probably when I ordered some Japanese games, I had to, the system came with it, so I acquired it. What is this? Good Lord. This is thin bubble wrap, but I put many layers of it. I hope it's good. I hope it's exciting. I hope that it is. 3 different things. Mean Machines, the Ultimate Tips Book. Thousands of tips inside. And all the way on the bottom, there is a Game Gear. So, of course, I had to get that. Then, Games Masters. Oh, this must be who sold the system. These are postcards. That's irrelevant. And then Mean Machines, Sega Complete Review Guide, Volume 1, A through L. There's that. And I don't know if I have M through Z or not, but I have A through L. Strange. Again, if it's Game Gear, I need it. Here is the Gear Master, which allows you to play, which is an add-on feature for the system. It allows you to play Master System games through your Game Gear, because the Game Gear is pretty much a handheld Master System. So if you had a large library of Master System games, and then you got the Game Gear and you got the Gear Master, you could then play all your Master System games on the go, which is pretty cool. And I've noticed a trend that the cost of this converter has steadily gone up over the last 2-3 years. So I don't know if it's just because it's considered a little bit more rare, or if it's because people are buying this for their Game Gear and then wanting to get Master System games that were never put out on Game Gear. I don't know the answer. If I did, I'd share it. Here is a Shining Force. Now, there may be more to this. It's Shining Forces in English. I'll have to look it up and I'll put it on the screen. But this is a strategy guide for the game. Because there's like Shining Force Final Conflict and other titles for Shining Force, I believe. So I will look up the pick box art, match it to this, and then put it on the screen so that we both know which game it goes to. 1992, 1993. And the mailing label is dated December 7, 2011. What's in here? And a padded envelope. Oh, I remember this. This is a Game Gear console notebook. It looks like a Game Gear system, but it's a little notebook. Which, when I found that online, I was like, that is extremely cute. And I would not be surprised if I have more than one. But I got my hands on one, never opened it. But I just thought it was just a cute idea, a cute design. Turning a Game Gear, then when you open it up, it's a little notebook. It's Game Gear, baby! I had to have it! We have another system. This is the Japanese straight black or gray, however you see it, blackish gray system from our friends in Japan. From Japan to the rest of the world. The box condition is not the best, so I may have more than one of these. This might have been the first one that I got before I got a better copy. But this is just a standard black system. Has all the different accessories and things that you can buy for the Game Gear. Let me move this over here and open this bad mojo. This is kind of heavy and awkward. Kind of like a prom date. This is heavy. What the hell? This is the available on Pirate TV Sega Game Gear full color portable game system. Limited edition. Includes TV tuner and columns. This is heavy. And on the back it tells you what also is available, but I don't know what Pirate TV was or is, but there are two different variations of this, of a system endorsed or promoting Pirate TV. I think I have both. I think this is one of them. And again, it's got some weight to it. This box says Codemasters Prototypes ×5. So, let's take a look. SS Lucifer 82694. I'll put a bigger picture up on the screen, but this is the prototype for SS Lucifer Man Overboard. A second one, both marked the same, 142A. So there's two of them. Then we have the prototype will be May 1694 for Drop Zone. I'll put a picture over here, a close-up of that. So the Drop Zone prototype. This, I put a note on here, said did not work on US system. April 3rd, 2016. And this is Micro Machines. The label with the name is super small. I don't know why they would have written it so small, but it says Micro Mac on it. So to test that, I'll have to get a Japanese or European system, which I must have done. And then we have PS Tennis, which is Pete Sampras Tennis. We have August 25th, 1994. And it has their 2-player, what is it? The 2 players on 1 Game Gear. So Pete Sampras prototype. Now there are people out there who can take prototypes like this and compare it to the actual marketed versions and find discrepancies where the main when you first turn on the game, it might be different colors, different format, different fonts. The order of the levels might be different. The sound that they use might be different on the prototypes compared to the mass-produced copies. There might be levels on here that aren't on the mass-produced copies or vice versa. So I'm not that guy who can do that, but I know there are people out there in the Sega community who have that ability. At least one has contacted me asking me to send him all of my prototype cartridges so he could do exactly what I just described. And I told him to go get fucked, because I'm not going to mail away all my prototypes to somebody I don't know and to hope that they'll get that back to me. Yeah, it's not going to happen. You'll have to live a life of mystery. We have another system. And someone cut out the UPC or the barcode. Those sons of bitches. Sonic the Hedgehog includes Game Gear, Sonic the Hedgehog game cartridge, and adjustable wrist strap. Think of how many wrist straps Sega produced for their Game Gears. Good Lord. There's a lot of lost wrist straps out there in the world. And I'd probably say less than half were actually used. Kids probably had connected it to their systems and then said, this is stupid. I'm not dropping my system. It's not you're like, whoa, thank God I had the wrist strap on. But Sega marketing must have thought that was a good idea, because the Game Gear was heavy, so maybe they thought little kids would be more prone to drop it. So why not strap it to an appendage so when they drop it, it can drag them to the floor. Virtua Fighter Mini. Okay, I like this system. This is from Japan. And it's because it actually has a graphic printed on the system. And this box is in really good condition, which is exciting. I'm glad to see this. But I really like this system. The Kids Gear, Sega. Just because it's a little bit more interesting to look at. And there are people out there who mod Game Gear systems, and they put all types of different graphics on them. All types, and different lights, and accessories, and all kinds of shit. Some of them look really, really cool, that come out really, really clean, and look professionally done. Where others that I've seen looks like a 4th grader did it, and it's bad paint, bad graphic, bad decals. It just looks like shit. But they're excited because they made it and they probably think it looks good. But you can definitely tell the difference between a pro and an amateur when it comes to modding out graphic-wise on a Game Gear system. In my opinion. If you don't believe me, conduct a search on eBay and then save that search for modded Game Gear, and you'll see the good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh, I should know this by now. I'm going to guess and say it's Puyo Puyo, the game, and the box that goes with it. But I will put it on the screen. I'm going by my highest ranking guess. That is the name of the game. and for this system that is a black system, but it promotes the game. So the game must have been a hot new title they thought would be very popular, so they made a game box that promoted it further. Geez, I did not realize that this was another box, another container of so many systems. I hope this isn't boring for you. If it is, my apologies. I don't know what's in these containers. Here is, let me look before I speak, another Game Gear system, boxed. It's older. It's like a more early in the promoting and the rollout of Game Gear. This is not the original, but not too far into the different box series systems. And it's in really, really good shape, which is awesome. That's probably why I bought it. I gotta move over and make room. Let me move this over to the side. Let me take this off, because that has my address on it. At least one of my addresses where I have lived. Again, I wrapped these as though I was never ever going to open them. And now I will rewrap them now that I've documented them. Never to be seen again. This is a European system. It includes Columns, the ultimate puzzle game. And instead of it being printed on the box, it's an add-on. It's a sticker they added on to a regular European system, box system. So they produced a bunch of these, and they probably said, hey, we should include a game. So based on the way the tray for the Game Gear is designed, there is a gap or a space for a game. So they said, let's include Columns and then add the sticker as an incentive for people to buy. Plus, that other video game company had huge success with their block stacking game when combined with their system. So maybe Sega said, hey, we should use our block stacking game, combine it with our system, because that other company had a lot of success doing that. Box officially empty. And this is the last thing in this container. And last but not least, we have Magic Knight Ray Earth. Again, it's a red system with a graphic printed on there to advertise or to market as being, exclusive to this game. I know I have more than one of these systems boxed. I came across one maybe 2 years ago, and the buy it now price was really affordable, and the box condition, everything was really remarkable, so I bought it now. And the person shipped it very carefully, so I was very pleased. So this was probably the first one that I got, and then I came across the second one I just described. And so somewhere we're going to come across a second version of that. And that is container 61. I'm sorry, this is episode 61. This is container 23. Part 1, only one part, because we're done with the container. So I hope you're all doing well. I will now spend the rest of the week editing this video, so it's up and ready to go Friday at 12 p.m. That's when I have all my videos premiere, every Friday at noon. And I hope that you're all doing well. I continue to appreciate those of you who watch my videos, and so also connect with me on Instagram. So until I see you again for episode 62, container 24, part 1, please be well.